Hi, Alex and Charlie.
Jim, how are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for all you're doing to expose the truth regarding 9/11. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I've been a firefighter for over 30 years.
Wow.
I voted for George Bush twice, but I recently woke up regarding the truth about 9/11. 30 years ago, I was told when I entered the fire service, they said telephone, telegraph, telefireman. In other words, firemen have big mouths. They talk. Telephone, telegraph, telefireman. And if you could get the word out to the firefighters, because the firefighters from 9/11, they were not only heroes, they were victims.
I hear you. Let me throw this in. Russia Today, of all people, did interviews with a fire captain. And we posted it on InfoWars yesterday. And he's saying, no, I've looked at the evidence, and it just freaks you out when you look at the evidence of 9/11 being an inside job. I have been to 5 9/11s, and maybe a third, half of the firemen would wave at you and thank you. Now the majority buy you dinner, pat you on the back. I had police captains say, keep it up, Jones, just 2 years ago. On record, the firemen and police, a lot of them are awake in New York. The media won't go talk to them, though. Charlie, your comments on that?
The media doesn't fight fires. These guys fight fires. They know what fires do. They know how fires behave. They know what fires are capable of. Period. The end. The media wasn't. The media wasn't there. These guys were. Period. The end. These guys were there.
Anything else, Jim in Milwaukee?
Yeah, my idea is if you could collect interviews from just the firemen, because that's what really convinced me. When I saw that John Schroeder, he was wearing that green shirt, kind of a meatball-looking guy, but when he was talking about how he was thrown about like a pinball, how he ran out of that fire they ran out like a bunch of cockroaches. That, that gritty, earthy language, that convinced me. That guy.
Well, I mean, we've got hundreds of firefighters saying it was like lava. There were bombs going off. They told us to get back. They were going to blow it. We've interviewed police, emergency workers saying the same thing. It's on video that day live. Police going, they're blowing Building 7. Get back. And then I talked to the emergency workers who heard the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. And he's like, what's the countdown? They're blowing it. Run for your lives. Boom, 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 boom. I mean, that's all covered in my film, Truth Rising.
Exactly. But if you could collect and make maybe a 30-minute DVD just aimed at firemen, because if the firemen knew it, it'd be starting.
Hey, Firefighter Engineering said all 3 of the towers were impossible in their major national magazine, biggest and oldest firefighter publication. But yes, you're right. Charlie Sheen, again, you talk about a bottomless pit of evidence.
Yeah.
I mean, right there, Firefighting Engineering says it's a cover-up.
Yeah, but Sean Hannity didn't agree, so it must not be true, Alex. It's pathetic.
And then he's another fake. Bush triples the size of government.
Yeah.
Hannity's a conservative.
Sure.
Glenn Beck supports the banker bailout.
Yeah.
The Democrats are now supporting Obama increasing troops.
Yeah. Incidentally, everybody needs to read your open letter on InfoWars to Glenn Beck. It's fabulous.
It's not as good as what you wrote.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's not a contest.
No, I know. It's just, I saw you really craft your letter to the president, and mine's to. Beck is something else. Let's take another call here. Let's talk to Marino in New Jersey. You're on the air, Marino.
Hey, James and Charlie. How you guys doing?
Doing good, Marino. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'd like to say that I'm proud for you that you came out with that. With that transcript with the 20 bullet points, I mean, wow, that was just genius.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, a lot of people that I've been talking to have been saying this is just like a huge blow to the truth movement, when in fact it's not, because once it reaches the consensus of people, it will just reach the mass. It will just keep on expanding. It will just
Sir, that was COINTELPRO day one, trying to spin this, knowing how dangerous it was, the New World Order, and they failed. It blew past all that disinfo. They love to get us infighting with each other instead of facing the New World Order, and it failed. Charlie, your comments on that?
Well, yeah, no, they were looking for any angle to expose, and what they were doing in turn was directing more attention to the document, to the letter.
Which is what we planned.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, these people cannot help themselves. And they played right into our hand. And we're really grateful for all their support and all their exposure of 20 Minutes with the President. We are truly grateful, Alec.
Oh, Charlie, you're something else, man. Something else, Charlie Sheen. In the time we've got left here, it's always great having you. Big announcement, Charlie. In the next week, it's going to be a month-long contest. We'll post the rules, details, but you announce the contest. You are the judge, and you're paying out the cash prize.
Right now or after the break?
It's a final segment. Go ahead and announce
it. Okay. There is a contest that is directly related to 20 Minutes with the President, and what we are requesting is that any man, woman, or child, regardless of race, sit down and put on video 2 characters actually reading 20 Minutes with the President. Somebody plays me, somebody plays the President. And what Alex and I are going to do is we're going to take all the video submissions. If you want to read the whole thing, if you want to read a portion of it, if you want to do, however you interpret it, whatever language you interpret it in, we're going to take those video submissions, and Alex and I are going to decide on who the winner is. And it may not be based on performance. It may be based on other elements of the presentation.
It's solely our discretion.
It's our discretion, yeah. And there is a $10,000 cash prize to the winner. But in addition to that, we're also going to take from all the submissions a small segment, and we're going to put it all together. So there is a universally created 20 Minutes with the President as well. We'll have the winner's video, and then we'll have the compilation video as a representation for all the voices that stepped forward and had the courage to commit this thing to a video record and make themselves available for the world to observe. And we're really excited about it, and we're excited about the YouTube video. My message to Obama is blowing up right now, and so we think that once the theatrical versions, the fan versions, is going to drive this thing beyond supernova, hopefully approaching dark matter.
Absolutely. We have our own private scale. Back when I said in 2006, it's gone supernova.
Right.
It goes nova, supernova, black hole, super black hole, dark matter,
yes,
on how big we want this to be. But we'll probably get 200, 300, 400 submissions. All of those will get thousands apiece.
Exactly.
And the winner will get hundreds of thousands. There's thousands of versions, more than 500 I've counted now. I had to quit counting on YouTube, over 200 with the same title of your message to the president. Our video's approaching 600,000. It's several million conservatively in just that video that is so effective. You and Aaron did a great job putting that together, Charlie.
Thank you. Thank you.
And so phase 2, for those that don't know, it's going to be hundreds and hundreds of videos with people doing all of 20 Minutes with the President, part of it, theatrically, 2 white guys, 2 black guys, 2 women, a woman and a man, however you want, whatever way you want to put it on, whatever touches our hearts the most, whatever Charlie's the main judge. I'm going to kind of boil down because he probably can't watch 300 or 400. Tell him.
But Alex, I'm going to watch as many as I can, because to me that is such a compliment that people would take the time, have the interest, have the passion to sit down and bring this document to life and to have the courage to share it with the world.
How about this be part of the prize, too? We'll announce the details next week. We'll give people a month to make it so they have plenty of time. We'll have the winner on for 10 minutes with you, too, to talk about the piece when we announce the winner and play it on air. How's that sound?
Great idea. Love it. Done.
So you will then, on air, announce the winner, and we'll at the same time, have that person, call that person, have them lined up, maybe have first, second, and third place together. They won't know who's going to win, and we'll have first place on the air with you a month after this is announced, when we announce who the winner is. I think it's a great idea, Charlie, and tens of millions more people will see 20 Minutes with the President, and those 20 bullet points, I think is most important, you've said off air, to have in the piece, and then tens of millions more people will learn the truth. This is so exciting.
Absolutely, and